Good afternoon, you guys. I finally got on. I've been having a rough time trying to get on here. For some reason, you get half of it set up and tell it to go, and it doesn't. So this happens to me about once a week lately. I don't know what it is, but I have to go shut my phone down, go all the way out of everything, come back, redo the message about going live. So normally, well, I would have probably went live 5 or 10 minutes ago. So anyway, here I am. So my name is Marlene, and this is Marley Grace Creations. So welcome. Happy Wednesday. Hi, Nancy. How are you? Well, it looks like I see 3 people on. I see 4, but I only see you, Nancy. Oh, yeah, that's all I see. I see Ava now, so I see 2. I see Jan. Hi, Jan. I have a sweet little sticker I just took off my arm. My granddaughter went to the doctor to get her last antibiotic shot, and she gave me that a while ago, so she thought I needed to wear this. Hi, Joyce. How are you? Welcome, you guys. Let me just lay that over there. Hopefully I don't stick it on something and ruin it. Hi, Linda. Hey, Ava. I'm going to pour some molds, and I'm going to make a plaque similar to one I've already made. But tonight I'm going to use a poured mold, which is called a casting, to do it instead. Hey, Kathy. How are you? Hey, Darlene, welcome, y'all. Okay, this is a plaque that I got at Dollar General for $5, and it's cute as it can be, except I like the surface of it. I don't like it. I don't want it for this. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna leave the stripes. I'm going to paint this part. And I'm going to add these bird molds to it. Can you see that these are cute little birds? So they're, Addison, will you hand me those 2 strips over there? I have a guest with me tonight. My sweet little Addison Ruth is with me tonight. Hi, Sue Ellen. So I'm going to weed these. I need a weed tool. You know what that is? Yeah. One of those little tools over there that's kind of sticking up in the air with a point. Yeah, let me have that, please. I have an assistant tonight. How about that? I have put this on my Cricut. Let me put it up here. You can't even see what I'm doing. I'm going to have to go down a little bit too. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to have to go down. I don't want to do it without using both hands because I'll probably flip it off the thing. Hey, Julie. I can't see what you're doing. Can you now, Joyce? You can now, I believe. Yeah. Hey, Alita. Woohoo. I'm going to take this vinyl. Hopefully, if I mess it up, then, oh my, I just didn't even think about that today. I have, did this earlier. And I'm going to take this off and weed this. That's what I'm doing now, is weeding it. And that means I'll take off everything I don't want on this plaque. So, Addison, Elaine said, hey, Addison.
Hi.
She said, hi. Okay, let's see. I'm going to weed this. It's really hard to see black down here with all these lights, but I think I can do it. I'm just taking my little tool, and I might need those tweezers over there too, Addison. We'll see. Do you see the tweezers? Yeah, hand me those just in case I need them, because sometimes little tiny pieces. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Are you located in North Carolina? I'm outside of Charlotte. I am, Laura. I am. I am outside of Charlotte too. Where outside of Charlotte are you? Hey, Diane. Okay, I've got this part done. This is going to go on the plaque too, and the stripes that are already on this kind of reminds me of ticking, kind of like ticking stripes. Oh, Indian Trail. My daughter worked in Indian Trail. I don't think she's there anymore, but she did work in Indian Trail, and that's probably, I would say, 40 minutes or so from me. I'm close to Stanley, Dallas, North Carolina, over that way. Uh-oh, this one's not wanting to come on here. It's always fun when I hadn't tried this before I do it with y'all, because like the one I did earlier, it didn't want to stick. Some of them just do not. But we're going to make it stick. Hey, Linda Cox. Yeah, it's going to be fine. Uh-oh, the F doesn't want to do what it's supposed to. I'll have this ready, and then when I need when I need to put it on, it'll be ready to. Oh, guess what? I didn't get any transfer tape. Look in that top drawer, second drawer right there, sweetheart. It's a good thing I have you in here tonight, y'all. I'll be getting up and down, up and down. Yes, I need some of that red striped stuff right there. I might have to get out the roll. That's not enough. Is there a bigger piece? Hey, Terry, how are you? Let me see if that'll work. I think it will if I add the other. Where's the other piece? Let me have two of those. I can use the same one. Hey, Carolyn. Hey, Sissa. There I am. Hello, friend. I have an assistant tonight. I can make her get up and down, and I won't have to. It is really hard to see this under these bright lights. I never knew how hard it was to get these little tiny pieces off. See, some of them are so little. But I'm going to do it. This is going to say what the ones did that I did with a transfer. With the birds, his eye is on the sparrow. I went ahead and printed this off with my Cricut today, and I did it in a cursive, really pretty. It's called Samantha Upright font. That is one of my favorite fonts on the Cricut. Oh, thank you. It's a little dress. It is a little swing dress, and that applique was on there, and I thought, well, how cute. You buy one that's on there if I were to get paint on my dress or something, I'd just throw me an applique on it, right? Good evening, Florida. How are you? Okay, I think we're all good. These little S's are hard to do, y'all, but I'll get it in just 1 second. I know it's hard for you to see exactly what I'm doing because I can't hold it up, but I'll show you in just a minute. Okay, there's another little tiny piece of the S. Let me get it off. Oh no, I can't get it off. Where's my tweezers? Sometimes these little tweezers, and it takes a while to learn to use these because they're backwards. I'm good, Connie. How are you? See, most tweezers, like, you mash and pull. These you open, and so it's backwards. It took me a long time to learn to use these things, but I can see why it's important that they're like this now that I have learned to use them. I don't think I'm going to be able to get that piece off. Okay, it's fine. Okay. Got my goodies today. Yay, Sissa. Everything good? Door not sorry. Door. Hey, Diane. Okay. All right. This says, for his eyes on the sparrow. And I know he watches me. And I'm going to use this just like I did on the one with the transfer birds, except this is going to be a mold that I made. So it's going to be a casting from a mold, actually. I keep calling those things molds and it's confusing. It's not a mold. It's casting from a mold. The mold is the thing that I pour it into. I'm going to move these over to the side so I can get them shortly. They won't get messed up. Okay. I already have the birds poured, but I'm going to pour some more and let you see. And then I'm going to move them aside. And, oh, the door hanger. I knew what you meant. I thought, I didn't put that in there. Okay. Let's see. Let me go through. I think you can see down here. Okay. If I don't, hey Tracy, if I don't do it down here, then I can't slide it out of my way because you can't pick them up like this. And if I do them on top of that, then they've got to sit here 10 minutes while they get hard before I can move them away because I'll ruin them. So let me find the one. I'm going to do another bird one while I'm doing it. It's one of my favorites, so I'm just going to do a lot. So this is the one I already have done. It's white and it has details. So let's see. The first thing I'm going to need to do is put on some gloves. No, the first thing I'm going to do is get my stuff out. Then I'm going to put on some gloves. Hey, Joy. How are you? What you doing over there, Squirt? Ooh, that's bright green. It's pretty. She's doing a canvas in her school color stuff. Okay. School mascot stuff. Okay. This is the mold stuff I used to make molds. And it's called Amazing Casting Resin. It's partly covered up, but that's what it says. I don't know why I've got a frog in my throat tonight. I'm sorry, y'all. Turns white. Has to say turns white in 10 minutes. No, turns white and cures in 10 minutes. So if it's the clear kind that takes a long time, like so many hours or 24 hours or 8 or whatever it says, it is not this kind. There are 2 or 3 different kinds. This is the kind that you make molds with for stuff like this. So it has to say right here, turns white and cures in 10 minutes. Make sure it does. It has a bottle inside. It has an A and a B. Does not matter what you put in the cup first. Doesn't matter what you pour in from one to the other. As long as you do it at the same time, and I'm going to explain that in a minute. But there's a part A, and I call this clear because if you can see in the bottle, see how clear that is? It looks like water. And this is part B, and I just call this yellow because you see how yellow it is. And so on my little cups, this is how I do mine. Everybody does them differently. On my little cups that I use, I put a Y for yellow, and this is my fill line. I've measured on both cups, and that fill line's the same. See there? So I do C for clear and Y for yellow. And the reason I do this is because, so sorry, y'all. If I want to pour more later, I don't want to put yellow in the clear and clear in the yellow because it will change the chemistry and it will start to get solid when you're stirring too fast. And so it'll almost get like a glob, and when you go to pour it, it won't pour out right. So I'll show you what I mean in a minute with all this. I will. So I'm going to get my cups. I'm going to go ahead and put this up higher so you can see that. I want you to be able to see this really good. I probably should have had something solid on that, but I didn't. So anyway, okay. Can you guys see this better or down better? Where I had it down better or up here better? Can you even see that in the thing? Where is my cups? Yeah, they're there. I couldn't see them at all. Okay, they're right there. Okay, as long as you can see them. Okay, I'm going to use this bird one. Takes quite a bit. And it looks like this. Most of these molds come in these colors. I don't know why they started coming in this color, but it doesn't matter as long as it works. This is Prima Redesign. It is not IOD. IOD has a little bit of raised edge, and I love IOD, but some of Prima's I love better as far as the design goes. So let's see here. How can I do this without... Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do this up here higher where you guys can see this good. And then I'm going to move this whole thing, and I'll be able to set that plaque on that when I start painting, and that'll work. That'll be fine. Can you move these, sweetheart? Can you move these over there on that table? Because I'm going to need some room here. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay. Let's see. I think I need this closer to you guys. Okay. This is Y for yellow. This is C. I've already measured my cups. So if you can see, there's a line, and it's the same across. So I'm going to take my yellow, and these are sometimes really hard to open. I'm going to take my yellow, and it's part B. The yellow's part B. And I'm going to pour it in the Y to the line, as close to the line as I can get. To the line. Okay. And when I get this done, I'm going to put some gloves on. Oh, good. Just half hour away. They do have birds. There's one called Songbird, I think, and the bird's bigger. I've got a couple poured that I borrowed from a friend, but I don't have that one, I don't believe. Okay, there's yellow. And that was part B. This is clear, and this is part A. I don't even pay attention. Now see, I mean, the clear is a little thicker than the yellow. I'm not sure. Okay, I got it, Addison. I'm not sure why. Okay. Let me put some gloves on. Hey, Marlene, how are you? IOD, let's see. I think Prima has 2 or 3 different bird ones. I have a really small bird one, and it has more flowers and branches. This one has flowers and branches too, and I may pour it in while I'm at it. I don't know, depends. Hey, Dee Dee, how are you? Looks like I'm fixing to go surgery. When I start pouring molds, I almost feel like I am. Just need to get these on there. Because you don't want it on your skin, you don't want it on your clothes, you don't want it on your countertops, your furniture. You need to really protect everything, and you do not want to wash this down your sink. And you think, well, what am I supposed to do with it? Because there's going to be a little bit left in the bottom. You just get a paper towel. I just kind of take in there and soak it up and wipe it all out and get it ready for the next time. I don't ever put water in here. Okay. There's plenty of room in this cup for half of this and half of this. Now, if I was doing a lot more of this and a lot more of this, I would want to use a different cup. And I use these little cups when I do more. Tonight, I'm not going to need that. I might have to do this twice, but it's okay. That'd be a great idea, Nancy. Thank you. I have it right here, and I meant to put it on before I started because I really don't want it all over my clothes. This is one of my favorite dresses. I really like to keep it. Okay. Oh, I do feel like I'm going to surgery for real now. Hey, Connie. Nancy is keeping me straight tonight. She does quite often. Okay. Now. Hey, Billy. All right. Here's part A and part B. I have a popsicle stick. You can't fool around with this. You got to, like, put one part in the other. I'm just going to take my popsicle stick and scrape all I can out really fast because I ain't got time to play. Okay, I'm going to set this cup aside, and then I'm going to stir. And when I start stirring, I'm not going to have to put it in that third cup because it's going to fit in here. When I start stirring, as you can see, it's cloudy. See how milky it looks? Real milky. In just a few minutes, I'm going to fill in my, and I keep one finger underneath. See my finger under there? It's just a habit. It's just what I do. No, it doesn't smell. It's okay. Thank you, though. No respirator. It doesn't smell at all. This is good, you know, it's good stuff if you're going to do it in the house. It's starting to get clear. Can you see it in there, how it's getting clear? And about the time I see it get clear, it's starting to get warm in my hands. So that's a clue that it's getting clear like water. It's getting warm in your hands and your fingers. And once it gets so clear that it looks like a drink of water, you know, water down in there, you can see the stir stick really, really good down in the bottom. It's not cloudy anymore. I can feel it warm, and it's about there. There's a little bit swirling around. I'm going to show it to you in just a second. Okay, it's warm. It is. I'm going to show you how clear it is. See how clear it is now? It looks like water. So you don't have to put any prep, nothing in your molds. Like, I just squeeze this a little bit just to get it to go. I need to pay attention to what I'm doing here. It never gets that burred. I have to mix more. Okay, now I'm going to mix. Now you see why I have the C for clear and the Y for yellow, because if I didn't, I would go, oh my gosh, which one did I just set down? What do I have? And it doesn't matter if you add to it. It's fine. This is called Amazing Casting Resin. Okay, this is clear, so it goes in this bottle. And you always have something extra beside you, ready to pour. Something else on this mold. Something else on this mold or another mold. So I'm getting ready to start something tomorrow, and I want to pour something specific. Then I want to have a mold sitting beside me, because if I fill these bird crevices up and I have more, I can't talk right now, y'all. Okay, that's real, that's good. If I pour the birds full, and I'm gonna have some more in my hand, if I don't use it all, where's my popsicle stick? Then I'm just gonna waste what I have in my cup. So I always have it ready to go. And it doesn't matter if you pour the clear into the yellow or the yellow into the clear. It don't matter. Just pour it. Just start stirring and stirring and stirring. And once again, if anybody just came on, it looks like milk. It's so milky. And it's cold. It's not going to get warm for a couple of minutes. You're losing me a lot. How? Like, am I freezing up or cutting out? Okay, I'm just stirring until it gets clear, y'all. I can't talk to you right now. I'll be with you in a minute, sweetie. Okay, you say you're losing me a lot, Marlene. How? You're good, Sissa? Okay, it's getting clear. You see how clear it's getting now? You can see the popsicle stick pretty good. Perfect for you, Tracy. It's starting to get warm, so I'm starting to feel it. And you know it's really warm if I can feel it through my gloves. Good. Oh, Lorianne, use it, girl, use it. I'll walk you through it. Okay, it's good and clear. It's good and warm, so it's ready to go. See how clear it is now? Clear as water. Okay. Now I want to get all these tiny little crevices filled up with these bird branches. And I might have to use popsicle stick to kind of drag it into these little crevices. So far it looks pretty good. Might have a little bit right there. Just a tiny bit. Okay. That looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and pour some in this branch, because I want at least part of this branch for later. And I'm just using every drop of it. I mean, I hold it up and let it drip in there. So as you can see it dripping? Okay. Gonna get my popsicle stick and get all I can and see if I can finish out that little flower. I think I can. Yep, I did. Okay. That branch is not complete, but it's okay. It'll be good for a branch. You just have to use it like it is or add to it later. If you're going to add to it later, don't take it out of your mold. Just leave it in your mold. Oh, good, Billy. So the birds are turning white. So you can see the birds turning white. And this bird is still clear. So this is the last one we poured. If I'm doing resin, like if I get half of it poured and it still needs a lot more. Oh, he don't have a beak. Oh my goodness. That will, it's too late probably. Let me try. He needs a beak. Okay. We'll see how that turns out. Let me steal a little bit from right here. Because he needs a beak, you know. That'd be bad not to have a beak. Okay, I think he'll be fine. What I was saying is if you, like, you saw me, like, do this part and then mix up more and do this one, add to it. It's fine. You can. If you're doing air dry clay, you really shouldn't. I always try to do all of it at one time if I'm doing air dry clay. You can. It's okay. I've had good luck and bad luck. The problem is sometimes, like, if I've got enough air dry clay to do like these 3 birds, but then I didn't quite get enough in my hand to do this bird. When you add it, it's got to meet somewhere, right? Well, that's always where it cracks. You really have to mess with that a lot and then push it back down in your mold if you do that to get it not to be, you know, a crack, because it will crack. Oh, good. Good, Debbie. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm so glad you got your stuff. Is that gather tray beautiful or what? My daughter's like, Mom, do you really have to send this? Okay, Addison, hands up. She's sitting over here with her hand up. Nana. What?
Can you try this for me?
Yes. Hand it.
Not giant.
While that's, anybody have any questions so far about this stuff? Hey, Bonnie. There's all kinds of casting resin out there, different brands and whatever. To me, I mean, this is about the only one I've used, and I haven't needed to find anything else because I have been happy with it. I don't think the price is too bad. It hardly ever goes on sale anywhere. So if you find it on sale, I think I did find it on sale at Michael's one time. Do you need to speak to these ladies? Do they need to see your face?
No, I'm just looking at this.
Come here. Here I am. She said, it's okay. Resin or clay. It depends on what I'm going to use, Lori Ann. I love them both. Sometimes if I'm doing furniture or something that's curved, I use clay because it's so flexible. You know, I mean, it just bends and goes around stuff. You just have to be really careful with clay and handle it easier. However, this stuff, when it, I think I can move this now. Let me move it off from here. I'm going to plop it down here beside me really fast. And it's warm in the bottom. Okay. I over poured the branch. I'm going to show you what that looks like in a minute too. I thought I might have one I made. Look in that, see that box right there, sweetie? It says resin molds. Look in there and just bring me a mold that I've made. In that middle, the very top middle, plastic.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it says resin mold. Just reach in there and bring me a mold. Kind of big, kind of fancy because they need to see what it'll do. Hey, AB. Oh, good night. Thanks for hopping on. That's fine. That'll work. Okay, this one's one that's been poured a long time, probably a year. I don't know. I'm going to show you what happens. And it's not as flexible as air dry clay. It's not going to bend that much. Did you get your canvas over there? Is it dry all the way? Pretty much?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. And of course, you can't make air dry clay molds and keep them forever like you can the resin. And you can do wood bend. I mean, I have not had the need to do wood bend because I do this. And to me, this is a whole lot cheaper than wood bend. However, wood bend has some pretty stuff. But, you know, I've got some trimmings that I can use that bend just like that. It just doesn't come, you can't get the air dry clay out of big long strips like you can wood bend. Because wood bend, you can buy a roll and do like your whole countertop or something, you know, wall. Hey, Wendy. So you just warm this up. Oh yeah. You just warm this up till it gets warm to hot. And it started out to be hard as a brick. And so now it's flexible, see? And if I wanted it to stay like this on something, I just do like this until it cools and it will stay just like that. So say I want to put it on this. All I have to do is just put it on this and bend it like that. And just let it dry, let it cool. And then I can glue it on, and it's not going to want to pop up because it's going to dry that way. I mean, cool that way. So there's a lot you can do with the resin. But sometimes, depending on the look I want, and I like the cracking sometimes, and I haven't had too much trouble with clay cracking though. Hey Barb, how are you? Let me get that flat again because I don't want it to be curved. I want it to dry flat. And we'll leave it over here so it can get cold. And it should be good to go soon. Okay. Well, why is that label coming off? I don't know. Anyway, I won't need to pour any more of these tonight. I don't believe so. I'm going to put them back in the box. This box was $20, and there's 8 ounces of each, A and B. So you get 16 ounces of resin, and it seems like, oh my gosh, there's a box of 8, but 8 and 8, 16. So you get 16 ounces of resin. You get 3 cups and 2 popsicle sticks and instructions. I don't think I've ever read them, but they're in there. So, and a friend of mine said, yeah, once you start using it, it's downhill from there. Do you feel the molds to the top? Close, because it does swell a little bit. And I'm going to show you in a minute. I did over pour that branch, and I'm going to show you. You can under pour and over pour, and that takes practice. And no matter how much practice you've had, this is...
Do you want me to get that out for you?
No, honey, I haven't got it. This is, I'm going to pull this out of here. So after this gets hard, you can just pull it out and your cup's clean again. Now the clear doesn't do that, and I get a paper towel and wipe that one out. Why? It's more oily for some reason. The clear is a little more oily, so it doesn't get hard. It's the 2 chemicals together that work. $17.97 at Walmart. That's good to know. I don't think I've ever seen it at Walmart, my Walmart, but I'll have to pay attention. If you can get it for $17, that's good. And if you're going to use it a lot, if I had the money, I'd go ahead and buy a couple of them because, you know, after COVID, this stuff is really hard to find, and then the price went up. I think there at one time it was like $23 or $4, and I wouldn't buy it. Okay, all right. These should be ready. Is it warm? It's a little bit warm under one of the birds. It's a little bit warm. This one's gonna maybe pop out. Yeah. See, pops right out. Now this one was poured last. Let me see, this one bird. Yeah, it's ready. It's gonna pop right out. I did a reel popping one of these out. It's still a little, I guess the word would be, gooey. But you can get it out. Just be careful getting it out and just lay it. And it's going to dry just like it is. I mean, it's done. So this would be a good time if you wanted your birds a different way, to put them a different way. I'm going to put mine in just a little bit like that. And I'm going to lay them over here and let them cool. And when they cool, the branches are going to be like that. Now, if you can see this, see how it looks like a, kind of like a puffy bubble on top? That's over poured. I poured a little too much in that branch. There isn't a whole lot you can do about that. You can sand it off after it's really hard. While it's soft, you can mash it a little bit, but it's not a whole lot you can do with it. And depends on what you're going to use it on. It doesn't matter anyway. It just depends. Now that came loose. From the leaf. You know, I said the leaf needed a little extra. Well, that leaf is still in there. It's by itself, but that's okay. What you have to do is take it out. It belongs to that little branch right there. And when you get ready to put it on something, just glue it together. Glue it on together. So that's pretty much that, y'all. So I'm going to move this away. And I'm going to take off these gloves. I love this mold too. It's one of my favorites. But I love birds. I don't care. I love birds anyway. I'm going to take this plaque. But does anybody have any questions about that? There's no stupid questions. As my coach says, the only stupid question is questions you don't ask. There you go. So, I think this color is a pretty gray, and I think the birds will look good like they are on it. However, the mold is silicone, and you cannot use silicone in your molds, y'all. You can use air dry clay, you can use hot glue, you can use resin, not silicone, because this is silicone. I don't know what kind, it doesn't matter, but you can buy the silicone in the tubes. And a lot of people thought, well, heck, that gets hard, I'll use silicone. Well, if you put silicone in these molds, they become one, they bond. That'll never come out. You won't have a mold after that. You've ruined it. So just remember, don't use silicone in your molds, but the molds are silicone, yes. Okay. I'm going to use, okay, I had the color I had picked out today. Where in the world did I put it? Right here it is. What brand is that mold? It's Prima Redesign, and the name of it is Avian, A-V-I-A-N, Love. I write on the back of mine. You can see how messy it is. I just write on the back in a hurry. Some of them I forgot, but I try to. But it's called Avian, A-V-I-A-N, Love, and it's Prima Redesign. You can get it from anybody who sells Prima. You know what? Yesterday's tomorrow's. Kim Jenkins. Yesterday's tomorrow's. Right now, she's got a 25% off sale. She told me this yesterday. So if she were to have the mold you're looking for, right now you could get them a 4th off. So there you go. Let me get my brush I love using. Hey, Melissa. I like this color, I think, with these colors of stripes on the background. So I'm going to try first and see how I like it. And if I hate it, it's just paint. I'll choose a different gray. But I think it's going to be good. It's going to take a couple of coats to cover up this brownish, peach, pink, whatever in the world this is in the words. But we'll do it. When I start putting gray on it, it really looks pink. It didn't look pink before. And I'm just being really careful not to get it on the bottom part. Hey Sheila, hey Norma, how are you? Hi Cheryl, how are you, girl? So the mold that I'm fixing to put on this, I should say it's the molds, this is called casting. Thank you, Cheryl. You guys give me some hearts if you're loving this, and sprinkle me out, share the love and all that stuff if you can. For any of you who have not seen Marilyn Done By Me's page, hey Pinky, she only likes 13 people to get her 1,000. She's so excited, but if you guys have watched her and hadn't followed her and you'd like to, right now would be a great time to do it. She has a very unique page, It's different than anybody else's that I know of. It's real down to earth stuff and shopping and cooking and taking walks in the garden and all kinds of cool stuff. Okay, I like that gray. I think that gray's gonna match that back really good. You guys think so? Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that. And this gray I'm using is called Rainy Day Gray. Marilyn, oh, did I touch the wrong place? No, I didn't. Marilyn with Done By Me, D-U-N-N by me. Marilyn Jane. She's on, oh, it comes on my page a lot. Marilyn Jane. I like this color too. Get a little more on there. I'm gonna dry this.
I did the K too far over.
Okay, if you want to fix that, all you have to do is paint over it and start over. If you know what you messed up, yeah, but don't settle for that. If you know that you messed it up, you're not happy with it, it's just paint. Get something and wipe over it, paint it green again, start over. If you really are okay with it, then okay, but it's got to be something you love.
Can I use a wipe, or do you think that's
Hey,
going to take
Lisa.
off the green too?
Marilyn Jane at Done By Me, D-U-N-N by me. That's the name of her page. She only likes 13 right now, Cheryl, to get her 1,000. I know how that feels. Can you do that? Yeah. Lisa Addison's over here doing her school colors on a canvas. Hey, let's see. Request for prayers for my daughter Kim. She went to the hospital. Oh no. Oh, I can't see the rest of that. She has what? Can you finish that on another line there? Can you post the rest? She has, and that's all I can see. Aunt Lisa said, hey, Addison.
Hi, Aunt Lisa.
She said, hey, Aunt Lisa. You getting ready for bed? She's about to get ready for bed. She's got school in the morning. It's 10 o'clock, little girl. She looked at me and went, like, it ain't summer no more. It's real life now. Oh, gallstones. Oh, bless your heart, Sherry. Wow. Those are rough. They hurt. Probably one more coat of paint on this, and let's hope it's covered. And I can put those molds on there. That mold. And I guess everybody read the post. My mother is back home safe and sound. She's not happy today either. Yes, this color looks really good with those stripes. I love it. We are praying. We are praying. we'll just keep praying. You just keep us posted. Okay, Sherry? Hey, Nicole. Just keep us all posted. Sis, are you still on here? Or did she leave me? See my thing down here, it says Isaiah 40:31. I don't know how to change that because I don't know where it is on my page. I can't figure out. I remember putting it on my page, but now it's there, and I don't want it pinned there, but I don't know how to unpin that. It's her page is done, DUNN, by me.
I'm gonna go to the restroom really quick and I want to finish that.
You're going to do what?
I'm gonna go to the restroom really quick.
Okie doke. My daughter-in-law had hers. Oh my goodness. I thought I had gallstones a couple of years ago, and mine was my arthritis medicine was eating the lining of my stomach. Okay. It's still going to take a little more. Hey, sis, do you know how to unpin something, girl? See, I have a scripture at the bottom. It's not that I don't like it there. I just don't know how to unpin that. I love this color of gray. It's called Rainy Day Gray. I believe Cheryl, yes, Rainy Day Gray, and it's by Anita's. It's got a little tiny bit of green in it, just a little. Hey, Sandy. At first you think so till you get it on good and get it dry, and then it looks good and gray.
Oh, gray. This looks like the exact same color.
I know it matches perfect, don't it? Yeah, it does. I like it. Let's see. Let me go look on YouTube. Thanks, girl. Okay, let me get just a little more on here where the words are. And the rest looks good. Make sure we have all those words covered up. I'd hate to get those pretty birds on here and then all of a sudden later the words pop through, you know. So let's just do that. Okay. Let me write and I can tell better. Hey, Tanya. I got it, didn't I? I'm good. How are you? I love your haircut. I saw it this morning. That feels good. I could cut the hair on up there. It's going to be pretty when I get the birds on here. Right now it's kind of bland, but I love the stripes. And look how good that paint matches those stripes. That is pretty amazing. I love it. Okay, let me see what just top and bottom. Not that it matters because I don't have the string stuff on it yet, but I'm good. I'm good, Tanya. I hope you are. Hope you had a great day. Hand it here and I'll do it for you. Oh, wait, that's green. Isn't that green? My granddaughter's doing her school colors on this canvas over there, so. I'm not doing the green. I'm putting some birds and some words on a plaque. How are you, Nicole? Okay, that feels good, sweetie. Let's check it out and see if it's okay. Okay, let me make sure this is good and dry before, because those letters will not stick. And I'm going to put a top coat on this. I made a mold. Tanya, I made a mold, and I've already taken it out. Right there. I've made a mold. And I'm not gonna, I've already, the other night, I got one that I made before, and I painted it white, distressed it somewhat to kind of make it look a little bit like wrought iron. And I am going, what are her school colors? Green and yellow.
And black for the pioneers.
Pioneers. Green, yellow, and black. Like bright green, bright yellow, and black. So that is going to go on that. And I've got some words to go on that. So that's going to be, that gray is going to show up good on that. Don't you think? Hey, Colleen. Yes, I do think so. I wasn't sure the other night. This is what I did the other night to put it on. I was going to do it this way, and I love this, but I didn't love them together. And I didn't want to paint the bird solid black, so I said, okay, that's going to be a different project. This is going to be this project. I'm going to put a little bit of polyacrylic on this because these letters will stick better on polyacrylic. Aw. Thanks, Sarah. Me too. That's my style. Put a little bit of polyacrylic in my plate over here and get my hands on a new brush. Let me just get a big old fat brush over here. Here we go. And this dries really quick, y'all. It won't be but just a minute to do this. Since I cut the letters out of my Cricut and they're vinyl, they're stick-on. And I will put a top coat on it eventually. But need something to stick to, and it will not stick to that rough wood very well. So I'm going to give it something to stick to. It needs to you need to kind of think, okay, it sticks great to a mirror, it sticks great to a window, so got to give it something. You need something?
No, it's just whispering to myself.
Okay.
Just talking to myself.
Just talking to yourself. Okay, I'll do that too. As long as you don't answer yourself back, right, girls? As long as you don't answer yourself back. I'm back. Are you able to hold your finger on it and pin it? Maybe. Let me try that. Melissa said, love you. Addison.
Love you.
Hey, Vicky Cox. How are you? Let's see if I can. Let's see if I can do that. And I only see it when I'm live. Yaha. Now I can pin other things. Thank you, Sissa. That was so easy. That was so easy. What the world? You just gotta know what to do, right? Oh, Melissa, what's wrong? Bad day? Are your knees hurting? And the lines on this plaque are going to help me line up these letters really easy too, y'all. This has got to be dry, dry, dry. It can't be damp at all. And I believe it is. Yeah, whoop whoop is right, girl. What will we do without each other, right? We got to have each other. Okay. I want to... Okay, I've got to get this warm because I want this... See, you can't see here, but if you could see it, it's kind of this way. You know, a little bit. So when I lay it down, it kind of rocks, right? You can see that. Okay. You don't want to put something like this on that flat surface. It will not stay. So, Margaret says, hi, Addison.
Hi.
She said, hi, Margaret. Hi, Fleta. So I'm warming this up. It's already been painted. It's already been distressed. Probably leave it that way. I think I'm going to love it with this gray. That was the plan. And I wasn't sure, but I believe I am. So I'm going to get it good and warm so I can make it flat. So it'll be exactly flat with the board before I glue it on. Uh-oh. Yeah, my mom's back home. So, okay, it's good. See how flexible it is now, y'all? Look at this. See that? Okay, it's good and flexible. So now, while it is good and flexible, I'm going to put glue on the back. Where's my glue? Yes, yes, yes. Where's my glue? Right here. I'm going to get it down while it's still. Margaret says it's good to have you on the live too. She just giggled. This is Tight Bond, quick and thick. You know, y'all, the stuff that even glues pillows together, right? Been there, not easy being a caretaker. Whew, it's bad. I helped my dad with my stepmother, and then my mom came, and she was here 10 days, and nothing doing. She had to go back home. Felt like there was things that she had to go take care of. Lord, what? I don't know. Anyway, called me today, unhappy again. I'm like, oh my gosh, Mom. But can't do it for them, even though you want to. Because if I had my way, I'd say, okay, I'm coming to get your clothes. You're staying. Not taking you home. Never again. This is it. Get used to it. But, you know, you can't do that sometimes. I am just putting this all the way to the edges, y'all. I call it butter and toast. And then I had a friend of mine say, you butter your toast with your finger? Well, no, I don't. But I pull the glue out and make sure it's all to the edges. All the edges have got glue. That's the important part. I mean, the middle is too, but you know, it wouldn't do any good if you just got the middle. Just get it all over the edges. And then when I put this down, I'm going to put it down exactly where it has to go. I'm not going to play with it too much because I don't want glue on this and make it ugly. So, love you, Melissa, and pray for you and your daddy. Bless him. Bless you both. It's awful. Okay, and your computer. Okay, y'all, I got to stand up because I have got to get this. You can see it, right? So I've got to get this right where I want it. I can't play around. I want to get it right straight down in the middle. Okay. There we go. There we go. Oh, I love it with it. I don't want to hold it up right now. If it starts sliding, I'm in trouble. So let me get it started drying. And I'll show you in just a minute. Hey, Bonnie. My mom, too. Okay, the heat's causing a little bit of glue to pop out, and I'll show you what that looks like so you'll know what's happening. Okay, I warmed up. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, let me get this close. See at the top of this bird right here's head, all them little bubbles. See those bubbles? That is the glue trying to pop out. It's kind of good because you need too much glue, but when that happens, don't leave it, because when that dries, it's going to look like that bird has all them little dots all around his head. So you just get yourself a wet paintbrush and dry it, leave it damp, and just wash that glue, wipe that glue right off of there. When it dries, it's going to dry clear anyway, but you don't want it all over your thing that you just created. So I might have a few more little places. Let me get it out. And then when it dries, it won't be ugly. Looks good. So far, so good. Let me check out the other side. Because if you don't do it now, it's too late to do it. You got to stop and make sure that happens. So I'm just getting that extra glue. Okay, now. Probably be better if I had a little bit stiffer brush, but it's still going to be okay. Hey, Elizabeth. Really? You've been in Facebook jail? They must let me out tonight. If you can see. Oh, I can see you, Bonnie. Why were you in jail? I've been looking to be in jail. I ain't been in there yet, but there's days I wonder if that's where I am. Why were you in jail again? Weren't you in jail a while back? Sister says she's glad you're out. You're going to have to behave yourself. Okay, I'm just going to hold this down a little bit and give it a chance to cool off. I wasn't sure if I was going to like the birds like white with distress, kind of like all the farmhouse stuff, but I believe I do. I believe I do. I see a few more little bubbles. Let me get these little bubbles out of here. Okay, I believe it's good and it's starting to stick, so I don't have to worry about it no more. And I have a 3-year-old upstairs with her papa. She thinks I'm in a meeting. Yeah, welcome back, Bonnie. Oh, seriously? Because I say it all the time, and every time I say it, I'm like, tool, tool, tool. He tool, he tool. Weren't you in Facebook jail a while back for kind of the same thing? Yeah, I haven't been there yet, but I look forward to going. Okay, that's what we got so far. See, what do you think? I love it.
This is the way I did it.
Much better. Aren't you glad you changed it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so where's the yellow?
I'm about to do the yellow once this dries.
Okay.
I gotta fix
Okay.
the green.
Okay. All right. I was thinking just using jute rope, but I think, well, there ain't nothing left. I had let me think, what did I have left? I had a couple of things I forgot about, but I did have orange, the orange yarn pumpkin, one patio candle, a plaque that I have in my kitchen window, and I don't blame anybody for not buying it. It's beautiful as it was. It costs a lot to ship, I'm sure. Okay, where's my lid? I'll find it later. And one buffalo check pillow. Not pillow, buffalo check pumpkin. And a lady at church tonight said, "Do you have anything left?" And I said, "Really, no." I said, "I do have." And she said, "What about the check one, the buffalo?" I'm like, "Yes, I have that." So that's going to be gone too. That's okay. That's okay. There'll be more. Oh, and if anybody's on here, AB, are you still on here? I hope so. I want to say this so you can hear me. Whatever that is back there, looks like my hair keeps flipping up. It's freaking me out, but it's not my hair. AB might have went to bed. Anyway, I mentioned the other night that somebody had mentioned to me that there was not going to be any more online sales, any more auctions, whatever, on live sales on Facebook. It's not true. I asked my coach the other night in a meeting, and she said, "False news. It is not true. There's still rules that we have to go by. We can't say SALE. We can't put decimals and dollar signs." I know she did say goodnight. So I sent her a little message the other day, but I'm not sure she got it. She didn't respond, so I'm not sure she did. But she went, "What? No auctions?" But it's not true. We'll still, you still have guidelines you have to go by, but we still will be able to do them.
Try that for me.
Yes. So that's okay, Bonnie. Try to stay out of jail. We need to like write a note on our things, you know. We're gonna put yellow.
We're gonna outline the words with yellow.
Now we have letters on her thing. I thought about that. My husband and I talked about that since the last night, actually, and I mentioned it to these ladies. I have thought about, and this is still rings true. At the end of the night, if I have something that you're considering you would love to buy, then you just need to private message me and say, how much is that? And if it's not what you had in mind, if it's too much, no hard feelings. It's not going to matter one little bit. And if you do, then I'll give you a shipping price and use a blow dryer. I have one of those too. So, all right. But I think this needs gray. Tell me what y'all think. I was just going to use jute rope, but that is brown and that just does not go. And it looks kind of chintzy on this. Let me put the letters on first, y'all. Let me get letters on here. I don't know if the beads should be probably this gray, maybe even white. I'm not sure. This is not heavy. This is not heavy. It might be a couple of pounds, even if that, but I don't know. Where's my letters? Okay. Let's see. Let me see here. See how big my letters are going to be. Okay, let me get. I have a clipboard, y'all, that I always use to do this because it is smooth and it's clean and it's, I just don't have enough room up here for nothing. I have a great big desk, but, you know, it's hard to have stuff to where I can get it and see y'all and all that stuff. Oh, I will when I'm done because I don't have a clue yet, girl. Okay, let me get this one lined up. I'm going to have to add to it, which is always a-okay. I'm going to add some to this one. This is called the, I call it a carrier sheet. They call it a transfer sheet, I believe. Okay, as long as you get it all on here, it'll work. Hey, Esther. I will later, sis. I don't even know right now, honey. Let me find my tool. I hadn't even thought about that, but I will. And what this does, I weeded it. That means take everything away that you don't need and throw it in the trash with a little tool. And then you have to put this carrier sheet on it. And what this does is pick it up off the back sheet. And then when I pick it, and the grids, I love this sheet, this stuff, because it has the grids, and that's always helpful. And so make sure you get it all. Okay. And now I've got to line it up. Can you guys still see what I'm doing? Yes, you can. Okay. I'm going to line this up with that. Let's see here. I'm going to get it even with the... There we go. It's down. And then I use this tool like to burnish it on to make it stick really, really good. And I didn't top coat that. That was dumb. But that's okay. This is slick enough. It's great. It's going to stick good. Yes, it is. Okay. Whoa. And I'm going to use the same transfer sheet to do the next one too. You have to go slow like a transfer, because if it starts to pop up, you have to get it right back down. You guys see what I'm doing? Hey, Jennifer. All right, now I've got one more to go. I need to clip a little bit of that E off because it popped up and I don't like the way it looks, so I got to get it off of there. Addison, will you hand me those scissors up there, honey? They're so sharp. I need those. Thank you. These scissors are not like any other scissors. These scissors will cut your fingers off. I just need a little bit of that E off because it raised up and I don't want it to. Okay, now.
I almost got poked by scissors before.
Wait a minute, my thumb stuck. Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Like I was picking them up and then I accidentally dropped them on my hand.
Okay, let me get this straight. Thank goodness for grid lines, right, y'all? Okay, there we go. Okay. This is probably one of the most popular things that I make. It is crazy how many of different kinds I've made with this scripture on there. And I don't even have the scripture. I just have what it says. Bonk. Okay. Let me put this back up here where I can see what I'm doing. We can. Good, good, good. Hey, Helen. Looking amazing. Thanks, y'all. What does it say? For his eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. It's comforting, isn't it? I think it is awesome. Okay, now let me get this lined up, y'all. I've got to get it in between the...
Wait, Nana.
What, sweetie?
Who's the sparrow?
Me.
Oh.
That's something good for you to research. He takes care of all the sweet little birds he created, honey. He takes care of us even better. Way better, you know?
Yeah.
I'm glad you do. Yay! All right.
I was raised right.
You were raised right? Yeah, you were raised. She said, yes, I know, Nana. I was raised right. Oh, my gosh. Where you come up with this stuff, child?
My
There
brain.
it is. Her brain. I love it. Love it, love it, love it a lot. Okay.
What do you need?
What kind of handle? What kind of... Are you making that with a Cricut? Yes, I did. Do you think it needs the beads up here? And I think probably in this color. What do you guys think? She is a doll. She is a doll, Sissa. She is my girl. Her mama remarried, but before that, they lived with us a few years. So from the time she was 2 till she was about
5 or 6.
5 or 6, they lived with us. So she's my other girl. I know, I love that girl too. Okay, I think I am going to do, I'm going to do gray beads, y'all. Think so? Let me get some beads. I think it needs gray beads. There I am with my backside in the camera again. Sorry. Okay. Let's see. I think it needs same gray as the board. Oh, same gray. Yes. That's what I think I'm going to do. Same gray as this right here. I think it needs to be this gray. Don't you guys? I do too. I think it will be just clean and neat looking, you know. So, I think this is a good size. Yes, I do. Maybe this is the better size. I like this size better. Let's see if I have enough. Now this is a pain. I need a skewer stick.
I was about to give you the paintbrush.
No, not a paintbrush, a skewer stick. I think I have some right here. I think that might work. Let's try if I can put some on a skewer stick. What do you need one for? Do you know it's 10:30? You better get your honey upstairs in the bed. You're gonna be sorry in the morning, child. I don't care. You're not talking me into this because you always feel really, really bad and tired in the morning and you have chorus and everything. Sorry, y'all. Gotta do some housework. Housekeeping. That Nana look. Oh, was that, did I give her the Nana look? Yeah, I did. I think this is about the best way I know of to paint these things. Oh, she knows I love her. Lord have mercy. She knows. And she gives me that sad puppy dog look. She thinks she can stay up half the night. And we did it one night when school first started. I see those eyes, but you're going to bed.
But I'm not tired.
Yeah, you are. You'll be happy about third period tomorrow made you go to bed. This child started junior high. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to put a piece of tape right here and a piece of tape right here and see if that keeps it from going anywhere and see if I can paint it easier that way. I know, being a grandma's fun though. I love it. Okay, that's only part of what I need. So let me go ahead and get this one lined up. Sorry, y'all. I hate for you to watch me just paint beads, but, you know, it's got to happen if you want this. If this thing gets a hanging handle, we got to do it, right? Great idea. Well, the other day I thought there's got to be a way. There's got to be a better way. But I just got a message from your mama asking if Caroline went to sleep yet. Lord, I don't know. I'm not upstairs. They are a lot of fun. But a 3-year-old, she's getting real manipulative. Whew. Margaret said, your Nana knows best, Addison. She went, I know. Okay. Okay, can I have that skewer back? You need that skewer?
Skewer?
Okay. I think that's not enough. While I'm doing it, I gotta do it right. Do it once. Take a few more. Hey, Bonnie.
Alright, hey Nina.
Hey.
Can you, whenever you get done with your live and everything, can you finish outlining the letters and make them darker?
I will.
Alright, thank you.
I will. Come here and give me a kiss and good night and tell Papa to call your mama and tell her if Sissy went to sleep or not.
Alright.
Okay. I love you. I'll see you in the morning.
Alright. Let me put my shoes on here first.
Okay. Okay. Rainy day gray. Where is the little plate? Plate. Rainy day gray. She is a sweet, sweet girl. Oh, I've tried that too. Oh my gosh, that's so messy, Debbie. It works. It really does work, but wow, is it messy. When you take the paint, the beads out of the bag, whew, they're awful. And I didn't like that way. I mean, you guys might. You got to find your own way. No, you're good, Nancy. We've made a plaque. Right now, I am painting some beads. Trying to get these beads painted so they can go on this plaque that we made. And we made a couple of bird molds. And I had a bird mold already ready. And put, I'll show it to you in just a minute. Y'all, this works pretty good. I think it's messy too. It is. This works great. As long as you keep the beads close together and they don't like roll around all over the place. This works pretty good. I think this is the best so far I've tried. I tried something one day. I put tape on the end so they wouldn't slide off so I could hold it kind of tight. I tried it on the jute rope one night, and these things kept twirling around. I thought I would never get the whole things painted. But this is pretty good. It's pretty quick. Okay, one down. Thanks for sprinkling, y'all. And I was told by my coach that the word share was okay to use, that it was just, don't know when the rumor started, don't know why it started, the button's there, it says share. So I've been saying it, I ain't in jail yet, but now tomorrow I might be in jail. So. Okay. Now this one will go pretty quick because it's tight. So now next time you guys say, just don't ever say it as if they make sense. Say, what if it makes sense? Hi, Brenda. Makes sense. Half the things that they say don't make sense. I don't know. Okay, these are about done. I can hit them with the heat tool and string them up to go and watch the replay on how you made the mold. Okay, Helen, that's in the very, very first. And this is the mold we made. It's the same birds that are on the plaque I just made. And I started from, you know, explaining about the how to mix them and everything. So you can do it. Has anybody, let's see, would you mind putting on this post on PM me the name of the person you said had the discount off of the Moulds? Becky, it's called Yesterday's Tomorrows with an S and an S at the end. Her name is Kim Jenkins, and it's, I will, but it's Yesterday's Tomorrows. I don't say it much. Okay, I think that is probably enough beads. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Cherokee. I got my chair on my cord. Gracious. That's from getting up and down. Yes. Yes, there you go, Sissa. This mold, Becky, is called Avian, Avian Love. And it's sloppy, but I just scribble it on the back of mine so I don't forget the names of them. But it's Avian Love. Avian, like aviary, but it's Avian Love. Hey, Mary. I think that's good. And this is the one that we put it on, and all I did was paint the birds white, and then I went over it with some black just to hit the high spots. Hey, Mary. Okay, let me get some jute rope and get this thing strung up. Every time I do this, somebody says, you need a, where's my Scotch tape? You need a bead threader. This works pretty good. I can never find a bead threader. Still ain't found one, so I just do this, and I hope this is the right. Hope it's not too thick. I just make it kind of like a shoestring. You're not alone.
Can I grab my bucket just stand here and be quiet?
Yes, you can. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, now to get these off. I love this mold too. It's my favorite, y'all. I've used it probably more than any that I have ever used is this one. Okay, let me get this thing skinny. And this particular thing I'm making, I've probably made more of these than anything I've made. Like duplicates of. You know, this has just got to be difficult. Thank you, Aster. You get some sleep. Okay, there we go.
Papa's just snoring.
I'm sure he is.
And Caroline's laying down on his shoulder like...
Just get these things strung on and put it on the back, and then I'm going to top coat this whole thing, and you'll be done. I might have to touch these beads up just a little bit whenever I'm all done, because I'm probably pulling some of the paint off, but that'll be an easy fix. And it's really pretty if you add the branches that are on there to stuff too. you know, the bird and the flowers and the branches on certain things. It's beautiful. I've done a blessing box, a pocketbook, cigar boxes, books. I've got several books in there. Addison, go in there in the guest room, somewhere on that nightstand or maybe on the floor on the underneath part, and there's a book in there with the bird mold. Bring it to me and let me show them the book. It looks so pretty on a book. I've done a kitchen utensil holder. Trying to think of all the stuff I've put this bird mold on. A bread box. Got it going now, y'all. Still 20 of you hanging in there. Thanks a bunch. Marilyn always tells me, make sure you got a, let's see, was it, yeah, even number, because you got to put it in the middle, you know, when you hang it on a nail.
Do you need this?
Yes.
Alright.
Thank you.
I gotta go turn off the lights too.
Here's a book that I did and put a shadow like around the edges a little bit, and just put, that's just the birds on the branch on the book, set of books. These actually have not been sold yet, so they're in there for a craft show. But I've done quite a few books. Y'all, this is the last bead. Ha ha ha. One laying on the table. I told a lie. One laying on the table. Okay. Thank you, Margaret. Okay. I think these will be beautiful, beautiful, beautiful with that. Okay. I'm going to see how far we got here. Oh, yes. It's perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay. So turn this over. Oh, great. I don't have my heat. I always start my beads. You see how this? I always lay that bead like right there on the edge of that plaque. And that's where I start my beads at, always. I don't ever put the beads on the part that's against the wall. I always start it right there at the top of it. And then I'll cut that off. But first my heat tool is heating up. And I don't want to, I'd cry if these things, I don't think they come off of here. Because, here we go. They're on there pretty good. Okay. Let me get some, while that heat tool is heating up, I'm going to put a little bit of polyacrylic just over this whole thing right here. It dries pretty quick, and by the end I'm sure I'll get enough hot glue to make that work. Thank you guys for hanging in there. It's almost 11 o'clock. My time anyway. Where is my special little brush. I do not know. I do not know. Okay. I just want this to just have a little bit of shine, not very much, just to protect it so it can be washed if it ever gets dirty. So that's all I'm doing with this polyacrylic, is just putting a coat over top so it'll make it washable. And not very much of that. A lot of people don't like polyacrylic, but they use way too much. You don't need a lot of polyacrylic. It's better to use 2 or 3, like if you're doing furniture or something, it's better to use 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 really thin coats than to try and get it all on once, because all you do is spread it, and then when it dries it's ugly and it just don't work out. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I thought I had my glue tool hooked up. And this is matte polyacrylic. When it dries, it's barely even going to show. You won't even hardly know there's anything on that. It'll still look like chalk paint. Okay, those are dry. Okay, let me turn this over. Get this sticker off the back. Now I always take a piece of fabric or ribbon or something to put over, like if you, when you put something on the back, it helps reinforce it and it just looks nice too. Thank you, Cherokee. Is that what comes in a blue can? Yes. Let me see. I have one up here. Polyacrylic. And it's clear. It dries clear. A lot of things don't dry clear, and you have to be really, really careful.
Hey, Nina.
What?
Can I borrow a sheet of notebook paper so I can make a bookmark for my books?
There's, yeah, paper up there somewhere. This child ain't going to bed, I do, so I'll be through in a minute, and I'm going to make her go to bed. She said, Sissy's already asleep. I don't want to go up there by myself. I'm like, okay. I'm going to make sure this is even on both sides. Okay, I want that in there good. Okay, let's see. 26. Okay, that's good. Just about done. Yeah, you can use too much and it really is bad. It can get, it just gets real thick and sticky and drags. You know how you can just drag it? And if you get too much too, when it dries, it's going to dry almost white. It's just going to look ugly. Need to pull that down some. And I tell you what, boy, when you're doing furniture and you use it on black and navy blue, oh my gosh, it's a nightmare because it wants to dry so fast, and it's on that navy blue and black. I'm telling you what, it is the worst.
Can I use this?
Yes. Right here, my dog. I've got a big dog. And yesterday I was trying to get her to let me clean the hair out from between her pads. And she didn't like it. She didn't bite me. She just bites on me, like bites at me to stop, 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 stop. You know, she wouldn't bite a flea. But she does not like for her feet to be messed with. So when we take her to the groomers, we have to get them to muzzle her to get her toenails cut. But it's getting better now. It is. It's getting better now. But she didn't do it to hurt me. She just did it to make me stop and leave her feet alone. So I did finally. That's the only time she would ever growl or do anything. It was when I'm messing with her feet.
Or whenever you're messing with her when she's eating.
Okay, let me cut this off. There you go. There it is. Is that pretty or what, y'all? Absolutely love it. I have not made one of these I didn't absolutely love. I've made them a bunch of different ways, but this is probably one of the prettiest ones. It's so clean looking. Okay, let me get a little bit more glue right there. And that is that. Thank you, Sissa. Thank you, Margaret. Thanks, Deborah. Thanks, y'all, for hopping on. 20 of you are still hanging in there through all the painting of the beads and everything. I appreciate y'all so much. Hey, Mary. Thank you. Cherokee, Patty. Thanks, y'all. Okay, y'all. This is done. I think the beads are perfect with the gray. What do you think? All right. And I don't think this is too many beads. It's kind of proportioned right, I think, too. So, you know, you never know. Good night. Good night, you guys. I'm going to go and put this sweet little school kid to sleep. I thought you were going to lay over there and read a book or something.
I'm making a bookmark.
She's not. She's making a bookmark. She's as bad as I am. You come down here to clean. I come down here to clean sometimes, y'all, and I start crafting. I can't. I need to pay somebody else to come and clean my craft room. Good night. I painted. Let me see these. I filmed this in a thrift store the other day, and it looks like a crayon, doesn't it? It looks like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet, but it was ugly, brownish, goldish something. So I painted it white. And I had these candle holders, and I hated the color of those. So I painted those too, and I distressed those. So now I love them. So I'll do something with them. All right, you guys, good night. I will try, let's see, tomorrow's Thursday. I'll try to be on tomorrow night. We are getting another dog tomorrow. She is a golden. She's an English cream golden. She's already 4. Our dog needs a friend, so we're going to see how they get along and all that stuff. So, but I'm going to try to get on. Okay. All right, you guys, sleep well, sweet dreams, and all that good stuff. I'll see you later. Bye.